Blog Talk Radio.
The Tuesday night hoedown. Live with Sleepy and Jeremiah, a.k.a. the pastor. 317 will bring you in live. How you doing tonight, 317?
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
What up, though?
I'm doing all right. What's up, you guys?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Oh, I wanted to tell everybody before the caller talks. I wanted to tell people that I'm going to institute something different on this Tuesday night shows. You know, if they work out and they keep going, which I hope they do, because country, the same as hip hop, has influenced my life to get me to where I am. But I want to, you know, because this is something where, you know, like me doing this show is showing everybody that there's something to me other than the hardcore hip-hop, you know, gangster-ass shit. You know, I'm exposing myself and showing people something different. But I want to start a new segment. I'm going to start telling everybody I can about it. I want people to come on here and tell everybody something that, you know, that none of us know about you. You know, I want people to expose themselves slightly to the world. You know, I mean, if there's nudity, you know, just make sure I don't see it. But, you know, I want people to expose themselves to the world and tell everybody something that they don't know, that none of us know about those people, so that, you know, we can all start to break down the walls of insecurity or being afraid to tell people things that we feel we're going to get laughed at or looked down upon. Sorry, but I just wanted to throw that out there so Jeremiah knew what's going through my head. It's a new segment that I want to try to start implementing.
All right, well, I'll throw anything to the wall and see if it sticks.
So go ahead, 317, my bad.
317, you are live. There you go. So what do you think, man? So what do you got going in tonight? So what's going on with you tonight?
Man, just calling in, man. I told you I'd call on Facebook, so it's at work right now.
Is this Leo?
No, it's Feddy.
Oh, it's Feddy, okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to get your tracks wind-zipped. I'll have them wind-zipped tonight. I'll have them uploaded tonight. I'll probably get a couple of them in tonight. Oh, in case you don't know, Jeremiah, Feddy does what I call country rap, and not country with a C, but country with a K. It's country rap. It's kind of like what Bubba Sparks and all them other people tried to do, but aren't as good at. Yeah. So I'll have some of his stuff uploaded.
So now, how did you tell our listeners who you are real quick, where you're from, just a little bit of basic information so that they know who they're talking to and hearing.
This is Playboy Feddy. I'm from Indiana, south of Indianapolis, in a small town. I started out in hip-hop in the late 80s, and then the gangster rap came, and I started fooling around with that. Then I moved to the city right out of school, about 20 years old, and was in it. Moved back to the country a couple of years ago. The older I got, the more ridiculous that whole gangster, you know, the agenda of hip-hop was getting, and I just took a gamble on, you know, when I hate country, I honestly do. I can't stand it. There's only a couple artists I really dig in the country scene, but I wanted to be able to take the face beating your back type, that type of thing, except make it real, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in the starting phase of everything. You know, this is a direction I've never went, and it's been scary, you know, what people's going to think of me, and, you know, because everybody knows me of, you know, Playboy, the big, you know, hip-hop pimp, you know what I'm saying, and I've never really been in the gangster shit, but I'm just tired of that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, and so I moved back to the country, and I'm like, you know, I'm home, and I'm trying to, like I said, bring in both styles into one type of music, you know what I'm saying, and Big Smo, Colt Ford, them are a few players that influenced me, or, you know, got me like, you know what, I could do that, you know what I mean, that, you know, I know I could do that, and a lot of the people I mess with in the industry over the years said, you know, you should be doing country. I'm like, I can't stand country, you know what I'm saying? My dog ain't dead, and my wife didn't leave me. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I just didn't. I'm a redneck, man. I'm a hilljack, whatever you want to call him, but I'm not, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, as soon as I got out of high school, the life just like, I'm there, man. And then when I got there, it just got so old. I'm like, I came back to my roots, you know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of good-ass music coming in the hip-hop, you know. Brother Sparks, he's been popping off a few good ones. There's a whole lot of people in it right now. So I think, in my honest opinion, it's really going to get big on the country side of it. So that's, pretty much all a little bit about me.
Well, that works, man. That at least helps me. So what do you think has been the main contributor to this, I know Sleepy doesn't like it, but this crossover movement where you've got, what would seemingly be like trying to have kittens with a dog, What is your take on that?
People are getting sick of the whole, gold rims or, rims, jewelry. That whole persona of the hip-hop is just so fake anymore that people are just tired of it, And there's a lot of country in this nation. There's a lot of city, but there's a whole lot of country, and that's what made these hip-hop boys rich and famous to all these country people. That all these country kids that bought their music, but yet their parents are based in country music, so they grew up in country music. But when hip-hop came out, they kind of crossed over, but it's still in their blood. And I think it's what I grew up on rock and roll. Kiss is my all-time favorite. So I went from that gender to hip-hop, just like 1989 or 88. 1988, Too Short, NWA came out, and it was game over for me. I just dropped rock, went that way, and I sort of followed Too Short's path on the whole pimp shit idea, you know what I'm saying, and the whole player thing. But like I said, anymore, it's just ridiculous, retarded shit that people be putting out. And I'm saying on all genders of music. All genders of music is getting really out there on people, and real pianos, real guitars, real live performance, drums, everything, with the country singer slash rapper is just off the chain, I love it. And a lot of kids today are really picking up on that, because like I said, it's all the South people. Now, like I said, I'm country. I grew up that way, but I didn't like country music. I mean, my house, where I grew up at, one direction was woods and one direction was cornfields, So I was in the middle of nowhere, and there's a lot, like I said, a lot of people that grew up like that. And when I moved back, my little town, grew up, got all this farmers dying and their kids selling the land and businesses building out. It's not as country out here as it was when I was a kid. So that's, kind of downfall of it. But I really hope the music takes off, regardless of what I do. I love music, and I do music. Just, if people want to listen to it, they do. If they don't, they don't. I don't make no money on it. It's fun hobby for me. So.
I uploaded 3 tracks for you, Feddy.
You what?
Hey,
I uploaded 3 tracks.
I want to hear what he's doing.
I uploaded 3 tracks to the board, but they didn't come in MP3 like you thought. They came in WMA files.
Oh, hell.
But
Sorry,
that's
I
fine.
thought I had them in MP3.
It's fine. I was able to get them up there regardless, because I'm good like that.
Well, which ones you got? Let's let them pick.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta refresh your board, Jeremiah, to be able to let them be able to ask them which ones are up there.
Oh, you can't see them? All right, let me see if I can get them up. All right, go ahead, talk to them for a second. Let me see if I can get some of your songs up so we can play it tonight.
I'm glad to have you, man. Like I said, we're trying to do something different here. Trying to bring a different aspect to everything instead of just, like I said, when most people hear Sleepy or they think of Sleepy doing the radio, they instantly think of only hip-hop. So I'm trying to break that stereotype and trying to show people a different side of what I think of what I think music is. I mean, just trying to completely flip the script.
Yeah.
And I
Well, it sounds like that's
good
what
to
our
have
guy
you on
here's
our
trying
first
to do
one.
too, man.
What'd you say, Jeremiah?
It sounds like that's what our guy here's trying to do too, is trying to just kind of rewrite things and kind of do his own thing.
Yeah, I've been messing with Feddy. Shit, we're going on what, 4 or 5 years now, Feddy?
Yeah, around there.
I was around when he decided to quit music, and then he came back, and I was happy as hell. Like he had came out and he was just like, I'm done. Fuck this, I don't want to do this no more, you know. And I was like, cool, you know, I'll still be here when you decide you want to do it. And he came back and decided he wanted to do it.
Well, I'm curious as heck to see what Playboy Feddy's been doing. So we're gonna go to Bricks to the Sticks. For our listeners, we are live with Feddy, Playboy Feddy actually, with Bricks to the Sticks on Tuesday Night Hoedown. Here we go.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God made a farmer.
From these backwoods all the way to the flatlands. Country, you know that's how I'm living. From these backwoods all the way to the flatlands. I was raised in the country, brought up in the backwoods. Good old folks, raised by the cornfields, living a good life, fishing in creeks. I said fishing in creeks, you know that was my hood. Hunting in woods or hunting in open fields, mudding in our trucks, you know we keep it real. Baseball bats and pipes of steel, come to us wrong, you know the deal. In the country we will. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, take me home. Country, you know that's how I'm living. From these backwoods all the way to the flatlands. Country, you know that's how I'm living. From these backwoods all the way to the flatlands.
I'm just a country boy with southern slang. I'm making moves like night turning into day. I keep it real while them other people keep it fake. So trill that. Even the haters play it. Just a country boy with a hip hop soul. I'm traveling down the slowly road, listening to my radio play. I'm about to handle me some business from the city to the countryside. You know how I'm living. Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you take me home?
Country, you know that's how I'm living. From these backwoods all the way to the flatlands. Country, you know that's how I'm living. From these backwoods all the way to the flatlands.
Tuesday Night Hoedown. We're having a blast here tonight talking about hip-hop, crossover, country music. Our friend, Playboy Feddy.
See, that's too much. That's too much,
Welcome
man.
back, Feddy, Playboy Feddy, and Sleepy. We are live. Tuesday Night Hoedown, y'all. Oh,
So, Jim,
well, all right. So Bricks to the Sticks. Bricks to the Sticks. You know, it seems like I may have heard that before, but I gotta say, the sound is different. See, that's what I'm looking for. Myself personally, as somebody in hip hop who, you know, is in hip hop simply because I think it needs a lot of change. You know, the name of our main show is Hip Hop Revolution, Playboy.
That
Yeah,
song
go ahead.
there, that little five song disc I give y'all is, like I said, my attempt at crossing over and trying to figure out, okay, I'm gonna piss off the hip hop side. Okay, I'm gonna piss off the country. How do I stay in the middle? You know what I'm saying? So that was more of a country / hip hop beat there than other beats on my track on that CD. So the one that really
I gotta say, go ahead.
Country Living on that CD I made. Okay, I made the beat and I made the hook, and then I made a bridge for it, and then I'm like, I just threw it out there. I didn't think, well, they're not going to do that good. So but to my surprise, it did, and I didn't put no verses on there. I just did a bridge verse, and I was like, damn, I should have finished that whole track, but And there's another one on there called Dirt Roads. That one's really, really loved by the countryside, and so that was closest I could get to country on that one. I kind of went a little towards country more on that one, actually, but I had most of my songs I've been doing collabs with people, I'm trying to break into meeting more country people, in the music. That's where my good music's going to come from, where I can get people with that knowledge of the country side of it, because like I said, I've never been in it. I didn't even know how to make a country beat. I'm like, oh my goodness, but I worked it out. A couple, that track you just heard, there's a beat maker in Mississippi. It's one of my friends threw me that beat, because I was just beginning, like I said, trying to figure out how to cross it. So he gave me that, and I went with that. And then the other ones I made, and DKM threw me that Dirt Road beat. Them two beats was made by other producers, and then I did the rest. But and there's one, actually, you just have to play them all eventually sometime, but it's a wide variety.
We're gonna get into country living here pretty quick, because that one caught my eye, and I just got that one up to the board. And from hearing what you're talking about, it sounds.
The one with Ben Grime is
good
too.
You know what? We'll do them. Here's what we'll do. We'll do them both back to back, real quick here in a sec. But one of the things that stood out to me in your Bricks to the Stick song, just like the crossover you're doing, a couple of those verses you sampled from other more popular songs, and then just kind of reworked them into your song. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that, how you did that, how that was integrated in there. That really stood out to me. And I think people listening to it are like, while they're listening to your song, they get to experience those other songs and then reinterpret those. So, I think that's a pretty nice move there.
That Kid Rock remix of that Country Boys Can't Survive stuff. That boy should never touch that song. There's some songs you just don't touch, and that's one song. You know what? I wish I would have sent it to you, but I don't know if you guys ever heard. When I first, I've been thinking about crossing over the country for years, and I did a song called Back to the Sticks or something. Anyway, I took a sample off Country Boys Can't Survive and made a beat out of it. It is hard as fuck. I should have uploaded that to you guys, but that song back in the day was real popular. And then I did a song with Big Smo, The Struggle. That was more of a slow country type deal. But like I said, just play my stuff. I'm not going to go to work for too long, but just play my stuff throughout the night and let me know.
Well, how about we do this? We'll go live back to back. Playboy Feddy songs, country living, and then Playboy Feddy featuring Ben Grimm, I'm on my way. We'll do them back to back, come back live with you, let you talk a little bit, and then do some shout-outs, get to work. How about that?
All right.
All right, so here we go. Playboy Feddy, Country Living on Tuesday Night Hoedown, Hip Hop Revolution.
Country living mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living mixed with a bit of something. country living, mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living, mixed with a bit of something. Backwoods, cornfields, pickup trucks, let's keep it real. Mud balls, grilling hogs, that country life, you need it, y'all. Apple pie, cornbread, fried potatoes, the meals were fed. Holy Bible's book was read, it's a book was read. Give me that country living, mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living, mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living, mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living, mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living, mixed with a bit of something. Give me that country living, 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 mixed with the bit.
Obviously, that's Playboy Feddy, Country Living. Here we go with Playboy Feddy again, featuring Ben Grimm. I'm on my way. Tuesday Night Hoedown, Hip Hop Revolution.
I'm on my way back home, back to the coast. I'm on my way back home, back to the coast. I hit the sticks, I left the bricks behind and grabbed my guitar. My lady and some moonshine sitting by the fire. See the rolling acres far away from crime. Peace and serenity, frozen in time, where the horses run free, and so does our spirits. See the happiness in my eyes, can't you hear it? The simple life, forget the city bustle. Don't hear no cars, just crickets and leaves rustle. I'm on my way back home, back to the country. I'm on my way back home, back to the country. I'm on my way back home, back to the country. We ain't drinking beer, we got the mason jars. The city's where I live, but the country has my heart. Good old boys on a lifelong journey, struggling just to get back to the country.
We put the miles behind us and we journey on. All we worry about is getting
back to the country.
Everybody knows that all the roads eventually lead us
back to the country. I'm on my way back home, back to the country. I'm on my way back home, back to the country. I'm on my way back home, back to the country.
We got that old pickup, kicking dust in the back roads. Sounds get louder, hear the crows, we almost home. The land so clean, the weather so fair. Smell of the wood burning so fills the air. The kids running barefoot, not a care in the world. But in the city they were corrupt, your boys and girls. We live off the land, we don't take what I need. A country boy lives small, have no time for greed.
I'm on my way back home, back to the country. I'm on my way back home, back to the country. I'm on my way back
Tuesday Night Hoedown Hip Hop Revolution. We are told that this song cannot ever be touched by anybody. It should stay in its original version. We'll take a listen to this real quick and get back to Playboy Feddy.
The preacher man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a